it's a holy black screen.
Oh, menu.
We're back to this stupid fucking game.
Yeah. Oh god.
Ah.
It's episode metal, but worse.
I just want to make the record clear. I was fully okay with skipping this game, or with this story mode.
But then we're not showcasing the game properly.
And
you got more chances to get. Well, you got all the emeralds, didn't you? I don't remember.
Yes, I got all the emeralds.
We skipped a week on this, so I don't remember.
Anyways, because you're making me do this. This is my first ever playthrough, I should add, so I'm still getting used to her abilities. Because you made me play this, I'm gonna make you sit through every single playthrough of Nier. So have fun with that.
That is not a fair trade. At all.
No, it's not. But we were gonna do it anyways. I just wanted to make it feel like you caused it.
I didn't make you sit through all of my attempts of the Master Trial and Frontiers.
And I'm not making you sit through all of my deaths in this, so look at that, I repaid you.
But now you're repaying me doubly. For some reason. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you did get all the emeralds.
Yeah, I told you. Anyways, we're not watching that.
Oh, her spike thing is stuck in place while she's spinning.
To be fair, that only happens there, I think.
I would imagine it happens anytime. Ooh, that claw was deep in her skull.
I agree.
Rings.
So anyways, other than slightly modified stage layouts and really bad enemy placements, this is the same. I thought a lot of enemy placements were fine in the original. A little dickish, but, nothing worse than Sonic 2. No, it's just bad here.
Oh. Okay, see, in other places, if you jump over that loop, you die. So,
This is the first level.
Yeah, you can jump over one of those loops and die in this level.
Oh.
I've done it. Just trying to speedrun the game as Sonic. I just freaking hit a ramp.
At least this
really
isn't
hard.
like Generations or Unleashed, where when it switches to the 2D section, Sonic doesn't have a chance of being out of place.
Well, that happens
that
because
happened?
those games are that happens because those games are 3D with 2D sections. That I don't think that could physically happen in this unless I don't know, they use the same code base for the special stages.
Yeah, they should have taken some inspiration from like Metroid Dread with some of their animation, where like that game still primarily plays in 2D, but still heavily uses 3D camera
3D
angles.
Space, yeah.
And it's awesome.
And it also Samus is also animated amazingly.
I just want to say, because I didn't really say this, I don't think, in the Sonic 3 playthrough, but fuck Egg Robos. I hate them. I hate them in Sonic 3. I hate them here. I really hate them here.
So much worse here, but yeah, I agree. They have always sucked.
They fire too fast.
They fire before they're even on screen sometimes.
Yeah. Especially in this game. There's a couple times where it does happen.
Jump!
Nope. I die to that every time.
Dang. Yeah, everyone that did preview gameplay for this game, even on the base stage, just always died to this freaking whale. This specific part right here with the two hills.
Yeah.
So
something about the enemies in this playthrough, and this was a problem like on the last level of Sonic of the main playthrough, but enemy attacks usually in Sonic are always set to be off when you first approach them, and you're able to kill them almost always before they actually attack. But in this, it feels like every time, and especially in pretty much all of Trip's playthrough, it feels like every time you attack them, they're already attacking you. So it feels like the proper thing to do, instead of, taking advantage of the fact that they don't attack you immediately, to barrel through them in, speed and momentum. Instead, you just get hit, and it feels like what you're supposed to do is every time you see an enemy, wait, dodge their attack, or wait for their attack to go away, and then kill them. It's not good. Yeah, I defended this game a lot. I will not defend Trip's playthrough. It's not good.
Yeah, I think Trip's playthrough is like the worst like legitimate classic Sonic experience.
Yeah. Well, it's like playing this makes me understand why people don't like Sonic Advance 2 or Sonic Rush.
So this is what
but those are still actually good.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't hit that, but I didn't. Thank
Not
you.
enough. Oh, what? You just.
Yep, that's apparently a bottomless pit. Thanks,
Okay,
game.
well that makes sense because usually it has a bridge there in the base game, but it didn't look like you should have been clipping through the ground there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and sometimes the egg robos are in the background and you can't hit the back.
I don't find that as bad.
There was one, I think it was in Press Garden. Not Press Garden, Press Factory, sorry. I chose a stage from a better game.
You mean Page Plant?
No. But, like, I think the egg robo in the background on a part of that stage really effed me over a little bit.
Yeah.
You're going back for a special ring. It's in the background.
No, I wanted this.
Bruh. Oh, there is a thing up here. Wow. Golden Badnik.
Yeah, screw you. I know what I'm doing.
Don't screw me.
100 subscriber special? The hentai special?
No.
The yaoi special.
Only on 100 subscribers. Man, you're a cheap whore.
What would we do for 100 subscribers? I feel like we discussed this, but I don't remember.
Oh,
Other than like
I'd-
Halo 2 Legendary, but I don't want to do that.
Maybe you'd finally finish that the one game. The fucking I forget the freaking name. Drakengard.
I'm not doing it. Did you
The
remember the
Drakengard,
Japanese
yeah.
title? I
The Goo Lagoon.
win. You know, that's honestly not entirely wrong. It's Dragon Dragoon.
Yeah, I knew it was that. I just wanted to be funny. But so you know how we complained about these bosses in the base game? Or I did, mainly.
Well, I take full use of Emerald powers here. I make them not so bad.
They still take, like, quadruple as long. Because the original bosses usually take 3 hits. Nice. This guy and all the other bosses take, like, 8 hits. Even mini-bosses. Even freaking mini-bosses.
Yeah, I haven't finished this yet. I'm not excited for the final boss at all.
Get them, my children.
Nope.
No, my children. Yeah.
I played this immediately after my first ever playthrough, and I was pretty brain dead right now. Like I said, I don't normally play classic Sonic games back to back like this. Other than, I think the one time I did was when Origins came out, and I played all the games in one day. But that was fun.
Oh, Jesus. But also, like, to be fair, you haven't even finished this yet. At the time of this recording. So, that thing about you needing to take a break, I'm gonna say you did take a break.
No. I
Yes.
stopped playing this, and then immediately recorded what we used for the main story.
Well, why'd you do that? You didn't have to do that.
Because I wanted to get better gameplay.
How much
And
worse
believe you me,
could the
it was
gameplay...
better than my first time playing it.
How much worse could it have possibly been if you cut out all the deaths in the original playthrough?
You know, that's fair. But here
Special
we are.
ring. I knew you were gonna fall in that. I do that
Editing.
every time. Yeah, the special rings are actually really easy to find in Trip's story. So if you miss out on the main story, you have plenty of easy opportunities.
Because
for
they
them.
are 100% required.
Yeah, you need them.
Oh, I think I've reached a
certain
verdict
levels.
on this stage, and that verdict is I don't like this stage.
You don't like this stage?
Not really.
You mean the original or just this?
Any.
You don't like Speed Jungle, huh?
Wasn't that big on it, honestly.
This is one of the only stages I liked. Is this
It
Bridge
feels like
Island?
a triple trouble stage, but not in a good way.
It's like Bridge Island Zone, this, Pinball Carnival, and that's about it for stages I like in this game.
Press Factory is good.
Press Factory isn't. Climb the wall. Spike!
I should have edited that in every time.
Every time. No, every time you double jump with her, just replace it with like a not a 10-minute clip, like a 3-minute clip of Spike from Sonic Colors or Sonic Generations. Even if you don't actually cling onto a wall, just do it every time she double jumps. We backwards.
If I did this, I would do it like for a little bit only, like I did with Break Through It All, because that would ruin this. And Break Through It All worked really well for a joke.
Yeah.
I want to play Frontiers again.
I
I played that a
don't.
little bit on a Series X, and it was smooth, and it blew my mind. The Xbox One version of it is kind of ass.
Maybe you shouldn't keep your philosophy of
fuck.
always just being a console generation behind.
I'm not. I got a Switch. That's the current generation.
Yeah, the Switch is current gen and it's a 17-year-old.
I just bought a
graphics
PS3.
quality.
Tell me that's with the times, right? There's no PS4, right?
Hey, you know, there's an argument to be made for the PS3 not ever reaching its potential. You gotta climb!
Honestly, kind of, because, like...
Because it
What
was a
was it?
very powerful system. It's just that nobody really understood how to squeeze all the power out of it, other than, like, Naughty Dog with The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, it's crazy going between, like, a game like Nier, which... maybe Nier's a bad example. You know what? That's the best example I have, actually. So never mind. Going from Nier to, like, Final Fantasy 13 has insane quality differences on the PS3. Though I don't... Final Fantasy 13 isn't really that good of an example, because that was also on 360. The only
Yeah.
difference is PS3 can go full 1080p, which is awesome, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes it really nice for editing compared to Nier, which only outputs to 720. So I have to like expand it every time I put it up in Adobe.
I mean, you could just, when you make the Adobe project, make it a 720p project. Instead of stretching
You
it.
act like I know how Adobe Premiere Rush works.
There is this wonderful thing that exists. It's called Google.
You see, I did that and learned how to make cuts, and that was it.
Yeah, wow. Hit
I
the,
did have
the
to learn how
scissors
to
button.
make subtitles for a different project, but you're not going to see that for a while.
For a while, he says. What's the last project you said that about?
Well, this is for Sonic Adventure, so you know what? We're not doing that for a while. Like, I'm sorry, fuck. We're not doing that for a while.
Why don't you put that kind of effort into, like, all your other stuff? Why is Sonic Adventure specifically, I guess is what I'm asking.
Because I had some fun ideas for it. And Sonic.
But what about Superstars?
Well, I did. I made that one edit. I haven't really thought of anything else.
You know,
I like her ending animation there. She has a little
Yeah.
twirl. It's cute.
I like her Act 2 version where she trips.
Yeah.
Because her name is Trip!
Her idle animation's also adorable, where she'll pull out her helmet and hide because she becomes aware of the player watching her, and she's shy about it.
Guys, it's a relatable character. She has mental issues.
Whoa, okay.
She has anxiety. She is a very adorable little scamp.
Scamp, okay.
Yeah, little goober. Look at her. She doesn't know how to freaking grind rails.
She's learning.
Though she is actually a jungle girl, so maybe she's basically lizard sticks, but not a conspiracy theorist.
So I try not to complain about the music in this game, but goddamn, I hate that music track. In thanks sections.
I hate all the boss tracks. I don't hate
I like
the final
some of the
boss.
I like some of the boss tracks, like the one for Cyberstation. I think is pretty good.
See, the only boss track I don't dislike in this game is the true final boss track, and it's still kind of mid for a true final boss track. I'm not gonna lie. Like, even compared to, I know you haven't got there yet, because you freaking haven't finished this game. But, whoa! Design. It's starting to feel even more CD right now.
Well, it might blow your mind to know this, but Naoto Oshima worked on this project. And if you don't know who Naoto Oshima is, he worked on Sonic CD. And he's also the character designer for Sonic. Go figure.
Wait, you mean the guy that makes Sonic games made Sonic games?
I know, right?
I know, it's crazy.
Next that guy in jail is going to make another game.
Dude, Sega would...
I heard it was a badge of honor to get banned or blocked on Twitter by Yuji Naka.
It was, but now he can't block anyone on Twitter, so... Now I guess.
Oh,
it's
I'm sure he
more
has a phone in jail.
No,
he probably just doesn't make tweets.
It's more prestigious now. People can sell their Facebook accounts that are blocked by Yuji Naka because now it's a limited supply. It's an NFT.
Is that actually a thing?
No, I don't think so. I hope not.
Because I know it's super expensive to buy a PlayStation 4 PT on it, so I didn't know.
Yeah. All right, so. We've you guys have realized by now. Yeah, he is. You guys have realized by now that we've kind of run out of things to talk about with this game. So I kind of want to talk.
This one.
I kind of want to speculate with you. What do you think the DLC will be if we get any at all?
I imagine Plus will probably add Mighty and Rakes. I don't know whatever classic characters there are to add.
Unless well, they got the Chaotix.
I guess, yeah, there's... You know what? That'd be kind of sick.
See, I want to go back to what I have said. I think when we talked about potential sequel to Sonic Mania back in our Origins playthrough, because that was recorded well before Superstars was announced.
Oh my goodness, it was.
Yeah.
Where does the time go?
I talked about I want them to pull out all the stops. I want all the playable characters from Mania, from all the Mania characters, including Mighty and Ray, plus Team Hooligan, so Fang, Bean, and Bark, plus the Chaotix. And
let's just add in the Freedom Fighters while we're at it.
No, see, these are all characters that still exist in the Sonic world. I don't give a fuck about Sally.
I don't either, but a lot of people on the internet do.
I mean, I understand why. They grew up with it, reading the comics, watching the shows, that sort of thing.
I only watched the show, so I didn't care. And I recognized the show was separate from the game, so I was like, I
See,
don't care if she's here.
I grew up watching Sonic X, and I agree. I'm not gonna go around being like, man, why don't they bring back Chris Thorndike?
We can leave that one out.
Which is why Sonic Omens is the best game, because they bring him back and he died of cancer.
What the fuck? I know I said this before, but I really do gotta play that. I just have to try it. I have to know.
You don't have to, but I understand why you want to.
Thank you. At least you understand.
Just don't support them financially, and I think we'll be fine.
I don't mix on that whole thing. It's weird. It depends on how you phrase it, but like I can understand why people are mad.
Yeah, I'm at the point now
but
where
at the same
I'm
time,
like,
Sega never did anything. It didn't hurt other creators.
yeah.
So I think you can lighten up on it a little. But like,
well, it's also like other like fan artists and stuff. They take money for commissions of Sonic characters. Is that not also making money off of the Sonic IP?
Yeah, it's true.
So like I don't mind the whole they had extra exclusive demos up on their Patreon. Like I don't mind that.
Oh, I thought they just had a Patreon to be like, hey, if you want to support us, this isn't paying for the game, but you know, if you want to support us, I thought that's what they were doing. I didn't know they had demos up.
See, it was actually like they had certain tier, like a certain tier and up, you would get like exclusive extra demos of the game. I think is what happened. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what I heard. Because there's no way people were being like, oh, they're charging money for this game, even if they're not charging for it. So
yeah,
like I just I don't know. Like I understand why people were upset about it, but I'm also upset with freaking Nintendo for nice. I'm upset with Nintendo for taking down freaking the Super Mario Brothers Z guys Patreon for the like reboot of Super Mario Brothers Z.
Here's the thing though, is Nintendo likes to swing their dick around, but I feel like if you actually challenge them in court, you could probably win. But no fan creator is gonna have the money for that, and ultimately it's gonna lead to a project they can't make money on anyways.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of what's the point? But I feel like the person who made AM2R probably could have won against Nintendo because everything in that game were original assets.
I seriously
scratch.
I seriously just don't understand why Sega especially, but why like companies like Sega and Nintendo don't do the Valve thing where they're just like, if a project looks good enough and has enough community support behind it, they'll actually officially support it and put it up.
I get it in the case of Sega. I think it's a fair compromise where they just don't really acknowledge it because that's the thing is they don't really know any of the fans very well. You can't just associate with them. They got, they gotta focus on their image. Well, Valve just doesn't care as much, but Sega's just not of that mindset. But like, the case with Christian Whitehead, of course, was very, very, specific and rare, and probably will never happen again.
Fuck,
but he went about that in a. He
went
about
I'll never
that
be
in
the
a very
taxman of the
way.
Sonic Adventure engine. Fuck.
And kind of approached Sega at like a time when they, I guess, needed it a bit.
So yeah, I feel like the only.
But it honestly amazes me that they decided to work with him instead of just uploading a shitty emulator of Sonic CD.
Yeah, they totally could have done that. I mean, he did pitch them to Sega.
Because like Sonic 1 and 2 were up before he put up their versions. They were just on an emulator.
I mean, it wasn't. That wasn't a case though of Sega necessarily bringing a fan on. That was Christian and probably Simon Tomley pitching to Sega.
That was a full business proposal.
Yeah, same with Mania, same with Sonic 1 and 2 mobile. They even pitched Sonic 3 mobile, but Sega just didn't approve that for what we now know are very obvious reasons. They're stupid reasons, I think, but they're...
Yeah, Brad Buxer apparently really really does not want to give up the rights on that one.
Which is annoying. Sega just made some really dumb bad contracts in the 90s with these people.
Archie did too. Go figure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ken Penders, for existing.
Yeah, there's so many examples. It's the freaking the dreams
It's the
come
Ken
true
Penders
guys. The dreams come true guys for Sonic 1 and 2's soundtrack. Brad Buxer and MJ.
I'm
stuff.
guessing what happened with all of them is they were probably all hired through their original company and their original what's the term? Their record label.
Yeah.
Which means the record label is probably what owns it, and that's probably what they have to negotiate with. Japanese record labels are probably just easier to negotiate with. They do this stuff all the time with anime and promotions and such. But America was probably a lot harder to deal with, is my guess what happened.
Yeah.
Being much more resistant to a full remake of the game versus just an emulation like they did with Steam and the Ultimate Games Collection.
Yeah. It's still annoying.
Like, should I add, we keep bringing up Brad Buxer, and I want to, because apparently a lot of people I feel like have not read this, but there's an interview with this guy. He was one of the musicians who worked with Michael Jackson on a lot of his albums, and that guy and MJ specifically were the ones brought on to do Sega stuff. Michael Jackson left because he didn't like the quality. Brad Buxer stayed, and Brad Buxer is most likely the one who did the music on Sonic 3.
Okay, we can keep talking about this, but I just want to say, your chaos powers are fucking useless now, bitch.
Yeah. So, just for reference, I just wanted to bring that up. That's why we're talking about Brad Buxer. You can find the interview. It's easy to read. Go read it. It clears up a lot of issues. It was in like 2008, so I don't know why people don't reference it more often. It is on Sonic Retro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts on the music. It's probably more of a record company thing, because they can be expensive and are really, really notorious about rights. If anybody knows the band Creedence Clearwater Revival, the lead singer of that band, John Fogerty, after he left, performed some of their songs at a small acoustic show and got sued by the record label for performing songs he wrote without their permission. So, be very careful on rights. Marty O'Donnell been sued to hell and back, and has sued to hell and back for a lot of music rights stuff. So it's fucked sometimes.
Man, this boss is still going.
What were we talking about? I went on a huge rant. What were we talking about?
We were talking about fucking fan. We brought up Sonic Omen, so we went on Sonic.
Oh
fan
yeah, we
game
were talking about fans and Sega or companies hiring them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
probably never gonna happen again unless someone makes a really good business proposal.
Yeah. So unless I complete a Sonic Adventure engine and remaster Sonic Adventure for Apple Arcade.
I'm also going to assume Christian Whitehead and whoever his partner was, if you said the name, I forget, probably had a lot of networking done and probably had some people in Sega who knew them and were able to get them in. Because unless you're a developed studio, most publishers, especially from Japan, aren't going to approach you out of the blue or listen to your ideas. That's just not how it works. A lot of American and Western companies and smaller ones are willing to find you and message you about it.
Well, you got to realize also, I wouldn't be surprised if they went through like Sega of Australia or Sega of America for the mobile ports, because Sonic 4 was a completely American thing, with like Iizuka obviously being there as like a mentor type figure, but that was developed by Dimps primarily with Sega of America, and they made CD as a tie. They turned CD 2013 into a tie-in, or it was 2012. My bad. Into a tie-in for Sonic 4 Episode 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was an entirely Sega of America venture.
I would assume not, because uh, uh,
Well, also by this time,
Izuka is also the head of Sonic Team and the head of Sonic. on
yeah,
that
but
brand.
also
So I
Izuka
assume all his
has been.
decisions still go through his head.
Izuka hasn't he been working out of America though for a really long time? I know it was definitely his
I
decision.
think he still goes in between them.
He primarily
between them
stays,
and
I think,
Japan?
in America though, because that's
Because
where
I know the Frontiers team is in Japan. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but Izuka, other than gaining an extra year of dev time, holy shit, dragons!
Yeah. I don't know. It makes more sense for like when they had two teams, one in America and one in Japan. With I think the A team, who was worked on Unleashed and 06 and Gens would have been the American team, and then Kishimoto's team, or the B team, would have been the ones in Japan. Is that I think how it was split up?
I don't know if that's how it was split up for like the Unleashed era stuff. But I think like especially after Sonic Boom, they really Izuka himself made a big transition to be working in America most of the time. And I'm not sure of the inner workings. Don't
Well, because
fly
like I
too
think
low.
the lead programmer for Secret Rings was originally had a different role for Adventure 2, and she was still in America from that time, and they asked her to stay there to work on Secret Rings. I think I could be thinking of someone else. I don't know. There's a lot of info on Sonic Team members jumbled in my head.
Yeah, I just know that like, oh yeah, this fucking shitty ass boss.
The music broke here. Yeah.
Of this, it happened in my most recent playthrough of this.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this is after I died too.
Yeah.
Or no, this is before I died. Oh yeah. I skip all the other deaths.
Enough.
I skipped the other deaths.
This boss is like one of the most padded out ones.
Yeah, and you made me play this game again, so fuck you.
Make you edit badly. Fuck
Relax,
you.
relax. I got
Okay.
merciful with other bosses.
At least you died only like a minute in.
Don't worry, I got merciful with later bosses.
God, I hate Trip's story.
Okay, now we got the standard boss theme. I like this boss theme. I recently discovered Sonic 4 OST was on Spotify, and I put that in my playlist. And oh my gosh, it actually does loop the same thing for 2 minutes, which is hilarious.
Yep.
Thank you, Jin Sonoe.
Please,
For your next game that you work on, pick up a fucking guitar.
Jump.
And leave it in there. This is stupid. Who thought this was a good idea? A bullet hell in my Sonic game.
Jun Sonoy really just wanted to make Sonic 4 Episode 3.
This was actually the cut music from that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it actually was. Because, yeah, especially, like, the beta tracks for the, like, T-Lope songs and everything, they especially, too, sound like Sonic 4 songs.
Yeah, it's... I'm trying not to be overtly negative about this. It's just... There's so many things to nitpick. And because it's a more average game, it feels like we're being more negative than we really are. But it's not a bad game.
Fuck this guy. Did you glitch the boss? Okay.
No, I just timed it.
Whoa, you got to skip a phase.
Yeah.
Dude,
If you
that's
time it
fucking-
well, it's really nice.
Okay, but you can only do it once.
Well, that's what then you have the red power. But look, he's almost at the end anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's why I
It
timed
doesn't
it.
matter. It's so slow. I don't know how he doesn't hit
See?
you.
There we go, he's dead. We got it.
Anyways, what I was saying earlier, I want to play as Vector now because
Sonic Heroes!
Trip here has the
Sonic
same kind of
Heroes.
jump and spin dash animations as Vector does in Chaotix, and I love it. Where she's like a donut instead of a ball.
You should watch Sonic X with the Chaotix. Any of
I
those
wish the
episodes.
Chaotix got used more in that show.
No, but the few times they do appear is amazing.
Yeah. It was always a treat because, like, I watched so much Sonic X as a kid, but I never got to see the whole show because I was always just watching it on TV. But then I got, like, season 3 on Blu-ray and the Chaotix are in there. It's like, holy shit.
They're my boys!
Oh, they're real. They're real.
I gotta get the dub collection of that. Because I got the sub version with the redone subtitles, and it's great. But like, I do need to get the dub
Dude,
as well.
Yeah,
For those Jason Griffith lines.
I want both so bad.